Hello lovelies! In today's video, we're talking about 7 different fashion trends that are on their way out or have died a slow, painful death in 2024 and what to wear instead. As always, fashion is about self-expression and creativity. So if these are things that you love to wear and that make you feel good, then that's going to radiate the confidence from inside out and make you look beautiful and radiant. So disregard it if this doesn't resonate with you. The first one actually gives you more flexibility than before. It's no longer sticking to one metal in your jewelry and accessories. A lot of times we felt a little weird about mixing silver and gold or rose gold and gold or silver, and now it's just a free-for-all in terms of layering and putting together pieces that look really chic. And for some reason, I feel like now if I'm not mixing metals, I kind of feel like I'm missing something. I really crave that metallic mix and matching. I think it's also a little weird that hasn't been further explored because, as we know, Cartier has long mixed their metals, all 3 of them as a matter of fact, with their Trinity series of gold, silver, and rose gold combination. I've actually had this Trinity ring. It was the first ring that I ever bought myself. I went into Cartier and I just picked it out myself, and it's nothing fancy. It's actually a little bit beat up, but I still love it. In my outfit today, I'm actually wearing a few different metallic combinations. My John Hardy, this is actually a small boutique called Azulique that's very affordable, Brazilian brand. This is not a very high-end statement jewelry that you can find at Nordstrom. This piece here is actually one that already comes in the combination that I got a couple years ago that I'll link below. It's under $200. And if you have a couple of piercings in your ear, it's a very easy way to also combine different metals as well. This is my newest jewelry purchase. It's actually a little pearl stud with a big, I call it golden belly in the back that droops down, that I spotted in Dior. I went into the Dior store in Chicago on a recent visit to buy my mother-in-law a gift. They have the Miss Dior letters all over in a very subtle way, which I really love. It's kind of like my finder's fee for finding a beautiful scarf there. The second trend that we've seen die down is crossbody bags. And I recently posted this on Instagram and got a ton of feedback about different opinions or even questions like, well, I have so many crossbodies, are they truly out of style? Am I gonna stop wearing them? Look, I wear my crossbody bags. I have a ton of them as well. This is not about like throwing out your things. It's just more about paying attention to, if you are shopping for something different, just noticing the different silhouettes that are currently trendy or a little bit more relevant nowadays. You can also make your crossbodies into a top handle bag by doing a little fashion hack, which I'll show you here. And it's a really great way to get 2 uses in one. So why has the crossbody bag lost its appeal while it's so functional and so many of us have tons of them? I think a lot of it has to do with quiet luxury and just having more of a ladylike approach that I have covered in past trend videos. There's a movement towards having a clutch bag or a top handle bag, which quite frankly are a little bit more inconvenient than just having a crossbody bag. I do love a shoulder bag that kind of throw to the back, that always makes me feel like I'm on a Gucci runway. I really love the silhouette of that. Also, the clutches look really elegant if you're out for dinner or you have an event. That's one thing that I covered in my spring trends to try if you hate trends video, is that there was this movement even back in the spring of actually carrying your bag like a little baby, like under your arm, even if it does have a strap. Like there's something that we're seeing on Pinterest, on street style runways, where all the cool girls are wearing their bags like this. And now many of us are not concerned with looking the part or looking like the next Instagram it girl. So if that's not for you, you can completely disregard it. But just to be aware of the overall momentum, I think is helpful when you're shopping for your next investment bag, or you're even looking to gift or thrift something. You might think, oh, you know what? I actually never really liked this crossbody bag, or maybe I can morph my crossbody bag into being a top handle bag. The third trend that we've seen die a slow death are the super baggy jeans that just swallow you up as a whole. Like the big puddle things that drag all over the ground, and you're picking up debris from all over the streets of wherever you live. That is slowly starting to make way for, yes, we still see a wide leg jean. As a matter of fact, I just featured a pair that's $29 that is to die for because it fits like in a gold age. It's not too stretchy, it's not too stiff, comes in a few different washes, true to size, so I'll make sure to link it below. But we're still seeing a wider leg, much more than the skinny jean silhouette. This whole concept of just looking swallowed up by your pants is not happening as much anymore as it did last year. Coupled with that is, as you take a peek at what's coming in fall 2024, we're seeing oversized sweaters and oversized blazers again. So when you have that, you can't also have super huge pants as well, because then it looks really unbalanced and then you end up looking really frumpy. So there needs to be a little bit of balance. Actually, for that kind of silhouette, I really still love a skinny jean that is so controversial, and I have a whole video dedicated on different ways that are very relevant to style skinny jeans in 2024. So make sure to check it out. So even though skinny jeans aren't front and center, they still are such a great pick when you're trying to balance your outfit. I'm sorry about the rain. Next trend that you can kiss goodbye are these chunky dad sneakers that made me into a fashion victim. And I actually have a horror story about these sneakers. When I finally got my hands on them, they were sold out everywhere for so long. When I finally had my hands on them, like early 2019, actually on my way to Japan, and I thought, you know what, I'll take them on my trip. Sneakers are supposed to be great travel outfits, so these will be great for not only on the plane and all that stuff, but also when I get there. Well, I tried to catch the flight in these sneakers, and it was the most comical, hilarious thing you'll ever see. I looked like I had lead feet. It was absolutely comical, and I was like plopping around all over the airport. It's like the Gucci belt, very much stamped in time. Instead of looking at something like this, which is very retro and vintage inspired, flatter sole, and just a silhouette that is a little bit thinner, that doesn't create these kind of like clown feet. Along with that are like the Golden Goose sneakers that like purposely look like this, like they sold them to you dirty already. Those are also, again, stamped in a 2019, 2020 type of capsule that we best forget. The next extremely surprising trend that is out in 2024 is luxury. And now hear me out, this is not about shunning your luxury bags and suddenly those not being relevant anymore. It's really about the superficial parts of luxury. For example, not only do you have so much oversaturation of consumption of luxury, not only so many people buying the real thing, but also so many people having the fake thing and diluting the overall exclusivity of it. And I think before, people would buy something luxurious because of the way it was made. Yes, it was status, but a lot of it is like having something beautiful and the whole experience of going to the store and buying something. So much of that has been diluted. Even Van Cleef and Arpels have really started to cut corners in their packaging, and now they just give you like a pouch. You don't even get like the beautiful box anymore. You just get like a very diluted cardboard experience. There's been so much controversy, of course, with Hermès and their buying practices, where they're forcing people to buy so many things they don't want in order to be able to actually buy the Birkin bag that they want. We have the Dior controversy, which is abusing their workers and working under really horrible conditions, and the materials not being high quality after all, not being handcrafted, all of those things. And so you're like, wow, I'm paying for that, but doesn't even really actually exist. Not to mention Gucci. I just pulled out my little Gucci book because I remember this family org chart. So Gucci, which is the founder, had a ton of sons and a daughter, and he stated that he wasn't going to let his daughter ever own Gucci. It was only going to be his sons. No woman will ever own Gucci because that's part of the brand DNA. There's so much controversy in so many of these brands that we worship and love and save our money to buy. All that information starts to kind of bring you down a little bit. When I went to go buy the Dior scarf and the earrings, because I really wanted to buy a luxury gift for my mother-in-law, I remember thinking, okay, I maybe shouldn't go to Dior because of this controversy. Maybe I should go to Prada or Balenciaga. I mean, all these companies are so full of humans. Almost no brand or company is completely innocent of anything. It's very easy to start to kind of be a cancel culture and be like, I'm not going to shop here, I'm going to throw away my Balenciaga, and I'm going to do this. And that's okay if you feel that strongly about it, of course. The thing is, luxury as a whole is just starting to feel really tired to me. And I used to get so excited when I bought a new bag, but now I don't even look for bags to buy. Like sometimes they find me, I just don't even think like that anymore. I've leaned so much more into mid-range brands that maybe don't have that super high-end name or that price point, but they're made really, really well. Gigi New York, Damier London, Atelier August comes to mind. These are bags that are beautifully crafted. You can see the quality if you know bags, but they don't have the same cachet, and that's okay with me. I really like the design and I think that they're beautiful and I'm just as happy wearing them. The point is, when you want to purchase a luxury item, asking yourself like your intention behind it. Because nowadays fashion is moving so fast that it doesn't pay off to buy that bag that everybody has on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. You have to really see yourself wearing it multiple times so you get the ROI, so you don't have the buyer's remorse, and also so you can kind of build like your legacy if you ever want to hand it down to a daughter or a niece or a family member. I think that's a really important way to shift your mindset with luxury. Stop chasing like the look and the lifestyle. And I'm saying it because that was me for 2-3 years. And finally, I'm like really much at peace. So like, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm not getting the same kind of service or quality that I used to get from these brands. And so for that reason, I'm out.
Number 6 is super high heels. I love my high heels, but we've definitely seen a shift to heels that are wearable. There's nothing more unattractive than hobbling along in heels, so there's been a shift for kitten heels, platforms, and slingback pumps that are attractive, elongate the legs, but you can also walk in.
The next fashion trend that is dying are puff sleeves. Now I'm a puff sleeve enthusiast. Back from my Anne of Green Gable days, I could roll with the puff sleeves. I always have a version of them or a slight little puff, and that's something I really like about brands like Ziba, that they just slightly puff it a little bit. True puff sleeves that just went so strong for so long are really not part of a relevant silhouette anymore. Now, am I going to throw out my puff sleeves? No, absolutely not, because you know how it goes. It's going to be back. And also there's sometimes where I really just want a puff sleeve because I have a very feminine style and I'm a girly girl, and I'm also a mom of 2 boys that's always trying to prove my, femininity. So the puff sleeves become really relevant for me many times. But I'm also noticing that I'm not reaching for them as much. I'm reaching for tops with very simple shoulders, and I think that has to do with quiet luxury and old money aesthetic, as well as the polo shirts that are so trendy that have more of like a sporty chic look. So puff sleeves are just not happening right now. Let me know if you were also an Anne of Green Gables girl. I would like to say hi to you. We could have a little side conversation about the drama there. I think some people get overwhelmed with like, oh, and now it's in and now it's out and like, what do I do? And I think it's just more fun to kind of dig into your closet and refresh things. It's not necessarily about going out and buying not puff sleeves. It's about looking at pieces in your closet that are not puff sleeves and saying, let's bring you out to play. Now, if you want to look and style yourself more elegantly, make sure to check out my video on 3 different ways to look more elegant without buying anything. If you had fun with me today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you really soon.